So this is the objectives for today. I'm just going to show you the whiteboard. This is the objectives, starting with number 1, position the temporary firewood block. My handwriting shit, I know. Slightly snug the rack and coupler. Slightly tighten the H bracket. Lock to lock test with the steering in the car. Adjust everything, and then draft the firewall mount. And let me go a little. Whoa. Okay. The temporary firewall wood block is this right here. This is something because without this, the steering column kind of either comes up or it goes low. So this kind of keeps it in place. I'm gonna position that a little bit better. I might have to scrape that a little bit more so I can actually get it in there so it's better. And then number 2 is slightly snug the rack and coupler, which is this part right here. I'm gonna get the rack and then the coupler to get it snug just a little bit, slightly, so I can do my lock to lock test in the steering wheel inside the car to do the steering wheel. And then number 3, slightly tighten this H bracket, which is very close to dash right here. So right now it's super loose, but once I have those 2 things done, then I'll tighten that. And then number 4 being getting in the car and doing my lock to lock test, doing the steering wheel left, right, and then just do some adjustments everywhere. I'm loosely tightening things just so it can be adjustable. And then once it's right, I'm gonna tighten a little bit more on the H bracket. And then we're gonna make my measurements for how this L bracket on the firewall will be, and I'll show you that as well. Hello, how's it going? So because I'm not using the factory pedals over there, and the factory pedals have a mount for this column, and since I'm not using it, I have to come up with a different solution. So yeah, that's why I'm making an L bracket and putting it here. But right now I'm just getting dimensions on how close, far, and then yeah, going from there. So that is the process. And we're gonna go through that. Okay. So first things first is position that temporary firewall block. It looks like I might have to adjust it on the bottom. How's it going?
I see you over here, boy. You put something together, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Have a good day.
You as well. So I might have to put something else in here because it's not a tight fit. I cut 50. I used a hole saw, and I cut a small because the steering column outer diameter is 22 millimeters. So I used that to cut in to a pallet, and then I kind of didn't center it properly, and then I did a 50 millimeter, and I was able to get it out, and then I cut it in half, where it kind of fell apart. But yeah, it's served as a good support, but it looks like it needs a little bit more. But for right now, for what it is, it's probably good enough. I was thinking about getting some plastic PVC, but that would have been extra, and I would have had to cut it. So it's better to use wood. I was at Home Depot, and the guy looked at me like I was crazy. he was like, "You need to go to AutoZone. You need to get out of here." Looked at me like I was wild, bro. But that's generally okay. That's not a bad what I did there. I just got to make sure I put that. Okay, so I have that generally okay. I might put a little something else in there to make it a little bit more snug, but honestly, it's okay where it's at. Yeah, I think I can leave it unless it falls out. I think it'll be okay. I can move on. Hello, Gail. How are you? How's it going? So step 2 is the coupler and the rack. I'm gonna tighten this down a little bit more. I don't want to bang on this thing, but I can use a mallet just a little bit, just to give it a little love tap, just to get that thing in there. I don't want it to be permanent. I'm not ready for permanence at the moment, but just enough. We'll go on the side. Okay, my mallet is on the car. I think I'm okay with that right there. I think I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's snug. Step 3 is tighten this H bracket. Now this H bracket, the only way I can really tighten that thing is if I get in the car. So I'm about to get in the car. It's been a while since I've been in the car, and I gotta get these ratchet straps out. And then another can of worms is this seat. It's not in place at the moment, and I'm still working on how I want this positioning, because the problem is, I don't know if you can slightly see. If you look on the right side, you can see the shoulder brace. It kind of hits this metal part, so it kind of makes life difficult. So that's something I have to work on. So yeah, that's another fun part. I'm gonna take a quick look at how we're doing on an IndyCar. Now I got this thing all jacked up. You can see I'm super toe out. That thing is super toe out, but we're gonna fix that. This is all temporary. This is just for that firewall bracket. So I got those the pedals right when I sit down, get a phone call. It's been a while since I've sat in this car. I need to back up because this is too close. But I like that steering wheel to be a little bit closer to me. And I don't know how I feel about the feeding position super high. I really like to be like right here. And I would prefer to be a little bit higher too, just slightly higher. But I'm super offset and I'm not a fan of it. I like that. I like this right here. This is good. I would like the steering to be I would like to be sit a little higher so I can barely see anything. And I would like the pedals to be a little bit lower. The pedals are super high, man. I can't. I would like the pedals to be a little bit lower. And maybe a little bit closer too, because it should be very natural, and it's not natural at the moment. I do like this positioning right here, having it super more to the right. I'm happy with that. But I need to raise myself, so I'm generally happy with this H bracket right here. It's just my seating and the pedals need to be. Fucking mosquito, man. So yeah, I like this. Let me get lined up because I don't know the next time I'm gonna sit in this car. But yeah, I mean the pedals have to come down, man. That's just the way. That's just gonna have to go. The pedals have to go down. I'm not gonna rest my foot on the damn manifold. So that's my stance on that. Good thing I didn't lock that thing in there yet, but that's where I'm at. I'm about to come from the bottom on that. But regarding, I like to get my steering together though with the seating. Got mosquitoes in the car with me. But I want this car to get done, man. I'm ready. But yeah, and I'm a little far from, I'm a little far, and I'm a little low. And I think that's the seating thing. I don't think I could do anything about that. Hello, I'm about to fall out this mother. I mean, I would bring the steering forward. Hello, I'm gonna fall, boy. Yeah, I mean, I want this bar to be like right here. So I need to raise up a little bit. And I don't like that, but it is what it is. And that might make it to where I still need to lower the pedals. And I don't mind the pedals being below me. But right now, I'm happy with this. Yeah, I need to come up a little bit. And that makes it okay for steering. I just need to raise up. If I was up here, oh yeah, that's the steering right there. I can get in there. I like that. I don't know, but that's good right there. I like that. If it was right here, no, I like right there. Do I want it to be left, right? How do I want life to be? I mean, and also I'm thinking about adjustability too. The ability, because I don't want it to 100% be fixed, right? I want to be able to move it a little bit, but in terms of the H bracket, I like it more this way. Gives me more room, arm room, versus if it's right here. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with moving forward. The next thing is tighten that H bracket and then do my lock test. Lock to lock, and I'll get back in the car again. And I want to record this seating position, get some painter's tape. I'm happy with that. I can't wait to get this car done. And then also, not only in terms of longitude or latitude, but also horizontal, how the positioning, the alignment of the straight positioning of the alignment of the seat. The fuck? Okay. Like and subscribe if you want to see the build come to completion. We're more than a quarter away there. So I'm gonna lock in these. I'm gonna lock in these bolts on the H bracket. I'm generally happy with how that looks regarding the. But okay, I think it's a 13. Where's my 13? 13, and then I need a wrench, 13. Boom. Got them. Mosquitoes all over me, man. That's what I don't like about it. My solution to get rid of these mosquitoes is have a big ass fan. Not the company name, but get like a big ass fan. I know mosquitoes don't like wind, so that's my solution. get a fan, yeah, they can't fly in that high wind. So just get a fan for the garage. It's gonna get windy in here, but it's gonna feel good, especially. I mean, it always generally feels good in the garage. I never really felt in the garage. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. And that would also make the garage have to be clean, because you can't just have loose stuff around. Like, you can't have loose stuff around the garage if it's going to be so windy. So that's an incentive to clean. If this thing can come up a little bit, I would really appreciate it. But I doubt it can. That thing can't come up like that. That shit can't come up. I have to take that out. Nothing I can do about that. But I do need the seat to come up. Hell. Okay, I'm gonna go full lock. Then we're gonna move from there. I mean, I don't know if I need to adjust anything really. I think I'm happy with this, but we'll do my lock test and then we'll hopefully not have to adjust. All right, I'm getting close. I don't know if I got any of that. Oh yeah, I need the painter's tape. The mark where the seat position is. Bro, I don't know if we're gonna win the World Cup, man. That's crazy. I can't wait to just sit in this thing and stand in this thing when the car is done. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I need to research this because I have no idea what this is. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that sound was. I mean, the steering rack isn't locked in either. I'm a little too far. The next thing is to document. It's roughly center of this thing. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna have to be better for sure, the toe, but the seating position. I mean, the thing I'm thinking about right now is pedals, because right now, as I raise up, if I raise up, I have more control. So I'm happy with the steering right here. I need some adjustability, but this seat, not happy with this seat. Trying to just put something. I'm happy with that though. Just trying to give myself an understanding of where the seat is. So, because when I get out of it, it rocks and kind of moves, and I don't really have an understanding of where the positioning is of the seat. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tape it up a little bit so I can have something. Okay. Okay, that was good. I'll just kind of look at how I have the seat, put it back to where I had it. I don't know how I have it like that. Yeah, that definitely didn't raise it up. It needs to be raised up a good bit. But yeah, but for now, I'm happy with this. And basically now the documentation is understanding how far this position right here is from these locations right here. And then, start document that and then ask questions, go to forums and get those questions answered for the best course of action. So, yeah. Like and subscribe if you want a build come to complete. Watch the build come to completion. And I'll see you next time. Hello.